Hi, I'm late. All right. Oh, the lights just went on. Oh, great. Okay, no one's here yet, so no one can tell me if they can hear me. Don't know if the microphone is working. Eventually, someone will jump into chat, and and there we go. All right, this week is going to be Milwaukee. Milwaukee is our sixth and final stop in the great U.S. treasure hunt. I'm speaking slowly so that people can jump in from that other thing they were waiting for. And because I missed it, I technically don't know how to jump in on my own stream to get it going. So I started a brand new one. Hooray for me. Alrighty, so oh look, someone's here. It's the haunted doll. The haunted doll is here. It's Nadja. Everyone is in the chat. So we've got Milwaukee coming up. Kessler is in the air, I believe, as we speak. He had a long layover and he is heading to Milwaukee. That's right. He's not going to be there until tonight. The coin is already in place because of earlier hijinks several months ago. Kessler already put the coin where it's supposed to be. So you won't find it by following him around, and you don't know where he's going to be. He will be within 50 miles of the North Point Lighthouse. That is a spot in Milwaukee. If you're from Milwaukee, you know exactly where it is. If you're not, grab the Google to find out where it is, team up with someone. Our teams have been decimating this game. We have come very close to having a non-team person win 3 different times. They've finished second in Las Vegas. Jennifer Steele, no relation, finished in second place. She was a non-team member. Tony Nicer got there first, and he technically is not his own. I mean, he is his own guy, but he is part of a team. He'll be in Milwaukee, he tells me. So he's looking to repeat, or three-peat, I should say. So in Las Vegas, we had a local person almost win. In Austin, we had a local person finish second and fourth and fifth and sixth. And many local people showed up in both Vegas and Austin and made it very, very close. And then in Asheville, there were 4 teams in the park, Leah Childs Park, all at the same time. 3 of those 4 teams were not teams in the sense that are big teams, the Z Team, the Incredibles, the Nicers, that have really dominated the game. But for just one thing goes a little bit differently, and we have non-teams winning. And in Asheville, that was true. We had 4 groups there, and Nasreen Azari from who was working for the Incredibles team, or was it the Z team? I've forgotten now. Oh, look, I've got my Z t-shirt on. From A to Z. Anyway, the 3 local teams didn't quite get there, but this could have been a very different hunt. We could have had 3 out of 5 of our winners be non-team winners. Yeah, there we go. Now, if this were a nationwide hunt and you didn't know what city to camp out in, there wouldn't be any repeats of teams or players winning more than once. If it's only because we know exactly what city the coin is going to be hidden in. If you didn't even know which state you were looking for, there wouldn't be this type of coordination possible. So you would have a different team or a different person or a different group winning every single time. However, some numbers from Asheville. As it turns out, Asheville did a follow-up story on us in addition to the story on the news beforehand, and these numbers are really incredible. I'm just going to throw them out there real quick as the glasses go on. We got, as far as the greater Asheville area, based on the strength of that one news story, 1.3% of all households in the greater Asheville area registered to play the Great U.S. Treasure Hunt. Now, it's true that we don't ask where you live. However, when the story hits the air and you get a sudden spike in registrations, you're not getting those registrations from Seattle. You're getting them from Asheville. So that spike, the night of, the day of, and then with the follow-up story, 1.3% of households. If we were to, that would be insane if that were a nationwide number. On a nationwide number, you'd have over 1.5 million people registered if the story aired once. All right, so next up, we've got Milwaukee coming, North Point Lighthouse, 50-mile radius. It's not as big, as tough a radius because Lake Michigan is sitting right there. So it kind of cuts half of that radius off. So you've got a nice half of a pie that you'll be searching in. We have most of the puzzles done. There's one we're still tinkering with. If there's any suggestions in chat, there may be some tinkering right up until tomorrow morning on that particular puzzle. What else do we need to know? I don't know. Thank you, Asheville. And Milwaukee, you have registered, I want to say. There's been one story. It was an online story. It has you weren't actually on the news, so we didn't have the little banter from the on-air people, the newscasters. Hopefully, maybe tonight that will happen. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But CBS 58 covered the story online only, and so we do have a little bit of a bump in registration over the last day, and it is. What is that number? We are plus, oh, it's over on the other page. Yeah, we're plus about 300. So nothing like the 1,993 extra players that we got in Asheville, but we'll take the other 300. That would be nice. All right. If there are any questions from chat, fire away. Otherwise, this will be over really quickly because why not? Candy Putman, not Putnam, but Putman says, we're ready. Haunted Doll says, Candy, which team are you on? It's chatting within the chat. It's KJ from Orb and TIH. Candy Putman says, good company. Haunted Doll says, good luck. Which types of puzzles will be seen? Genetic Blend Beth says, where did you get that shirt? Well, I got this shirt right before I got COVID in Las Vegas from the Z and the Z team from Nancy Zitko. So I got this. She may have infused the shirt with the virus. I'm thinking, I don't think she did. I think I got it at the Bellagio, where there's, you know who's in Bellagio. If you've ever been to Bellagio into the conservatory, you know who's in the conservatory. I don't want to say who's in the conservatory. If you've been to the conservatory at Bellagio, you know who's there. Me and a bunch of people from a certain other country which has wet markets. That's all I'm going to say. Whole bunch of them were there, and I'm pretty sure that's where the dread virus came in. I beat the virus during the hunt. And I'm speaking much better. I've still got a little bit of the COVID cough, but not too much. But I beat the virus during the hunt, tested positive late on a Monday. I was negative by late on a Thursday. I had the 72-hour version of COVID and just a little bit of the lingering cough. I got the Z shirt probably while I was building the infection in my body. And possibly having the Z shirt helped me get over it in only 72 hours. I cleverly built an extra day in that week so that I would have extra COVID recovery time. That was the week that we did Vegas on a Saturday, COVID on a Monday, testing negative on a Thursday, and then instead of doing the next Saturday, give myself an extra day to recover, and we did the hunt on Sunday instead. So that's how much I looked forward. I built an extra day so that I could get the dread virus and completely dismiss it. All righty, here we go. Let's see what else what type of puzzles? Is it still a 50-mile radius? For sure. It is still a 50-mile radius for sure. It reaches all the way down into some cities in Illinois. It doesn't go all the way to Chicago, but it does reach all the way down to Illinois. What type of puzzles will we see? We'll see a couple of puzzles that we have not seen before. We've had 6 weeks now. We've had 5 times, it's 25. We've had 24 different puzzles because we only did 4 puzzles 1 week. And some of them, frankly, aren't puzzles. They're just, you read them and you go, that's not really a puzzle. What's Dave thinking? Well, I'm thinking that maybe I didn't want to make a puzzle. I wanted to narrow it down and make it a little bit easier for everyone. We can't have me sitting out in a park dying of COVID for 7 hours while people figure this out. We need to get people in there. So this week, same thing. We're still going to have 5 puzzles, but we're going to have a couple types that you have not seen before. I'm not going to say what they are, although I'm sure that you would like me to give you a hint. If I say now, then you'll have it all prepped. You'll have everything prepped and ready to go by tomorrow morning, and I don't want that to happen. Hopefully I'll catch you not napping, but when the puzzles come in, you'll say, I would not have expected that type of puzzle. So hopefully you'll be pleasantly surprised by the puzzles that you get. You will still get 5 puzzles, and some will have solutions, some will not have solutions, some will, they'll have solutions that they just won't help. They just won't help, but we will not steer you to the wrong location. So that has not changed. We're not going to throw you a curveball on the last, on puzzle number 6 or city number 6. So we're not going to do that. It's going to be 5 puzzles, and only one location is going to be indicated by either one or more puzzles. So it is possible that you may not need more than one puzzle. Like one puzzle may do it all, and then you might have some confirmers in some other puzzles, like we've done in previous weeks, where one puzzle is the main puzzle, and then you've got little bits and pieces from the other that kind of confirm that, yep, okay, we've got this one right. Send our guy down there, or lady. All righty. And dog, because 2 dogs have been in the finals here. What do we got? Yes, Nancy says, I magically infused the shirt with immunity from the universe. And as we all know, Dave's got a right to be angry, says the cosmos. All righty. We are going to have the puzzles released. I want to say one source says between 10 and 11, and another says between 11 and 12. So let's go with the later thing. Let's go with 11 to 12. Now, luckily, I don't have to worry about being in the location exactly when puzzles are released. So I can be sitting at a computer on the phone with customer service, like I always am with GoDaddy, and I can be frantically worrying about only getting the puzzles out on time. I don't have to worry about being at the park to meet and greet. I love the meeting and the greeting, which is the best part. The worst part, doing the puzzles, but the worst part is not getting the clues out on time, not getting the puzzles out on time because of some freaky, weird mistake that probably I made, and then sometimes not that I made. Sometimes it's Starbucks. And yeah, so anyway, that's the worst part. The worst part is not being on time, either through some fault of my own or through no fault of my own. I hate disappointing people by saying, oh, I'm going to have the thing out at 10 o'clock. And at 10:50, I'm still scrambling to make things right, not to make the puzzles, but to make the thing actually work. So this week, I don't have to worry about being in 2 places at one time, trying to get the puzzles work and also being in the park. This time, Kessler's in the park. He's there. He's going to be scoping out the location. And that'll be it. So don't look for me. Look for Kessler. Follow him around, and you will find the coin that he has already hidden. It's been there for months and months and months. Unless it's not there, unless he gets there tomorrow morning and finds that it's gone, then we know who the better hider is. Exactly. If I can hide a coin for 10 years and then another one for a year and a half, then and he can't even hide one that lasts 6 months, I'm the better hider. Alrighty. Asheville, the lost location, the giant silver slide is the only coin I've hidden ever that has gone missing. They had to take the entire slide off of the mountain in order for that coin to go missing. So, that's a loss for me because I hid the coin under a place that was destroyed. But other than that, I've had a pretty good record of hiding things. All right, what's up next? Will Kessler have a red hat on? Kessler may not have a red hat on because he is a Green Bay Packers fan, having grown up where? In Milwaukee. That's right. Jeff Kessler is originally from Milwaukee. Can you figure out why we chose Milwaukee as one of our locations? Will he be visiting family in Milwaukee? Yes, he'll be visiting family. He's got a 2-week vacation. He's going up there and staying for a couple of weeks. The hunt is over. As soon as the hunt is over, Kessler puts his feet up on a chaise lounge and spends a couple of weeks with his family. He goes out fishing. It's not even ice fishing yet. It's just regular fishing. And he goes out hiking and doing whatever you do in Wisconsin, milking cows and eating cheese curds. That's what he'll be doing for the next couple of weeks. What I will be doing is finally compiling all of the interviews that Chrissy Mayer has finished and I have not been able to edit. Why? Because my computer didn't have enough room on it. A little inside baseball here. If you're going to do a whole bunch of drone footage, a whole bunch of photographs, and a whole bunch of interview footage, have a gigantic exterior hard drive. Don't depend on the one that's on your computer, because the one that's on your computer will fill up really fast and it'll start giving you error messages saying, dude, you can't even make a 30-second video, much less a 7 or 8 minute video. So that's what I'll be doing for the next week or so, cobbling together all of those videos, and we will finally see the interviews from Asheville, from Austin, from DC, from LA, from Milwaukee, and what was the first one? Vegas. We've already got that one, but we'll be putting together all of them. We haven't forgotten anyone. We will get you your little episode finished, and we'll get that online. All right, what's next? Do bing bong. Kessler will not have a red hat. Lighthouse. Yes, they did. Okay, great. And genetic blend. Beth has torn away what she commented and then pulled it back. That would be great if you could do it with text messages, but apparently you can do it in the chat. You can put a message out there, let everyone see it, and then the host doesn't get to see it. He just has to wonder, I wonder what genetic blend Beth. Anyway, all right. So what do we got coming up here in tomorrow in just hours? A little over 12 hours. Here's what we got coming up. Tony Nicer has won twice. The Z team technically has only won twice, because when Beth and Nancy teamed up, there was no Z team. Now they've got their tentacles all over the country. They truly have a massive team. They've won twice. The Incredibles have won twice. So the Nicers, the Incredibles, the Z team, this is for it all. Will we finally get a local winner, or will one of our 3 powerhouse teams come away with their third victory? Tony Nicer was in Asheville, finished 6th. He had a t-shirt once, twice, thrice. He couldn't wear it in public because the thrice has not come true yet. He will be in Milwaukee. So fingers crossed that I'm rooting for a local person. I would like this 2-2-2 thing to carry over to, if we do this in the fall or the winter or the spring or next summer or on television, we would like the tie to be broken later. So maybe guys from the super teams, ease up a little bit. I know you're not going to. I know you're already finding like you're getting multiple hunters in the area, and you're trying to win. That's the way to go. I mean, you should. You're zealots. That's the way it goes. Z for zealot. That's what you should be. You should be known as the zealot team. Well, then you're all zealots, which is awesome. So anyway, this is our last pre-hunt stream. We'll do one more tomorrow after we get our winner. and then we'll go to work on all of the edited videos. Kessler, I have not been able to see the Asheville interview yet, but Jeff said it is the best interview. And I was tempted to work on that one first because Asheville was such a spectacular hit for us. We had 4 teams in the park at the same time. We got video of all the teams searching at the same time. And now apparently the interview is fantastic. But I'm not going to. I'm going to do it we're going to put these things together and produce them in the order they were out there. So we'll just all have to wait to see how well that Asheville interview went. But he said that all the interviews went really well. We were hoping to get Jeremy Lombardo and Awad Bilal on a 3-way interview so that Chrissy could talk to both of them at the same time, since they were in DC and they raced from 2 different locations. Unfortunately, we weren't able to make the logistics happen with all of them. So it is going to be an interview with Chrissy and Jeremy. That will be the interview there. Of course, we'll give the nod out to Awad in the video because he sprinted to the finish, and the team awarded him half the prize. So that was fantastic. This really couldn't have gone better. If you're going to put on a treasure hunt, thanks, guys. Really, this has been more fun than I could have imagined. It's spectacular. So I want everyone to have a good time tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get the clues out. We'll get the puzzles out on time. We'll have a fantastic race to the finish tomorrow, just like we did in Asheville. Kessler is there. First prize still the $1,000. You'll get $100 cash on the spot if you are the finder. Second prize is the very coveted puzzle book number 1. Third prize is puzzle book number 2. Fourth prize is puzzle book number 3. Fifth prize is $1. All right, so those are the prizes. $1,000, puzzle book, $1. And then, of course, the joy of knowing that you came this close to actually winning something worth some money. And can we get a local tomorrow? Again, fingers crossed. Not that I'm rooting against our super teams, but it would be great to finish up with a local. And since we've had the story on CBS 58, not on the air, but we've had several hundred people register. I know we've got some locals out there that are looking to play, and maybe this will break the string of the super teams. But again, it couldn't have gone better. I really thank all you guys, and then anyone who's watching later, if you've played later, thank you very much. We'll see you tomorrow after the hunt, maybe about this same time, maybe a little earlier in the evening. But again, thank you. Have a great Saturday. I'm going to see if there's any other questions. Then I'm going to go off air, and I'm going to have that few seconds where I'm fumbling around where it looks stupid. And let's take a look. They were just too slow. Team Good Company is local. Oh, so Candy Putman, not Putnam. Candy Putman says Team Good Company is local, and everyone is sending Team Good Company good vibrations. We're not saying that we're rooting for anyone, but a local team would be fantastic to win. Again, thanks everyone. We'll see you tomorrow between 11 and noon, let's say. That's Central Time. I don't know what time it is where you are, but 11 to noon up there in Wisconsin, which is the same time as it is down here in Texas. Of course, up and down is relative. Everything is relative. We'll see you tomorrow, racing to the final Great U.S. Treasure Hunt location somewhere in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Thanks, everyone. Good night. Good luck. End stream.